Well, we've been having a wonderful conversation with Mayor Dan Mandell. I'm finding out so many things about you and about Elmira. So, recently, Elmira was designated as an age-friendly community. So, what does that mean, and why is it important?
Well, it means that exactly what it says. We're an age-friendly community that we accommodate our senior citizens. It was very important to us to do that because we have a large demographic of senior citizens. We're going to continue to work on the fact that we want our seniors to stay here, to be here. So being an age-friendly community definitely helps that. So that was really important. I was really excited. And that actually happened just before I was elected, so I
Uh-huh.
inherited that. So that was a great accomplishment
Right.
by the city. So,
Absolutely. I think it was.
yeah.
So, if you woke up tomorrow and your dream for Elmira miraculously came true, what would Elmira look like?
Elmira would look like a city that had a vibrant downtown. You know, you had your stores back, people living downtown. The streets are full, not only during the day but in the evening.
Yeah.
A downtown that's lit up after, dusk, and you'd have neighborhoods with no blight. You would have very little to no crime. Of course, no crime is a long shot, but you always hope for that.
Absolutely.
A very safe community with jobs abundant around the city, whether that means bringing in another factory and a manufacturing type business, whatever that tends to be. But anything that would help employment with good paying jobs would be how I would envision it to be the perfect city back again. Maybe even having our rail service back to New York City would be kind of cool.
That would
You know,
be
some
too.
people,
Absolutely. I love your vision.
yeah.
I love your vision. So, what are you most proud of that you've accomplished so far?
Was getting the DRI. That's not necessarily just me in particular, but there was a whole bunch of people, especially Jen Miller from our community development and Mike Cruzen from Stag and some other people were instrumental in getting that DRI money. So it was a huge accomplishment. I was very happy when we were awarded it because this actually gives us a stepping stone on some
Absolutely.
positive development in the city, and we're starting to see that now in the downtown. For so many years, people have talk, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and nothing ever came to fruition, so to speak. Now it's real. Now it is going to happen.
Wonderful,
So,
wonderful. Have you had a lot of people on board with the ideas of how to use that money?
yes, everybody's been in lockstep. I mean, we had,
Good.
the governor's actually walked us through the process. He assigned us a person from the Department of State. She was very helpful. And we developed this plan, and everybody was pretty much had the same vision. And it was a
Wonderful.
great process, and you're going to see, we have that vacant lot over by New York Sport and Fitness. It's going to be filled shortly with a brand new commercial
Oh,
and
wonderful.
three-story apartment,
Wonderful.
residential, market rate apartments. So there's going to be a lot of things happening. We're talking about the Lake Street, the vacant properties that have been vacant for years. We've got a developer that's interested in getting ready to pull the trigger on taking those buildings over. And
Wonderful.
same thing with that. We're looking at putting in commercial space on the bottom and market rate apartments. A lot of this is surrounded around the college. We know we're not the same manufacturing base, even though we still have some great manufacturers here.
Right.
We have Howell Box, we have Hilliard, we have Kennedy
Right,
Valve,
right.
and so forth, Anchor Glass. There's a bunch of different businesses here in the manufacturing businesses here in our community. But we need to reach out more to college, and that was one of the
Yes.
first things I did. That goes back to one thing I'm really proud of is that I've kind of made that relationship, built that bridge with Elmira College and the city, and their new president and their past president, who's just outgoing now. We've really developed a great relationship.
Wonderful.
And then if we can get the LECOM, which is the medical school, we're
Right,
waiting to hear back on
right.
that. We're confident that's going to happen. That's going to be a big boost for our downtown as far as housing
Absolutely,
market.
right. And the arena?
Yeah, the arena's still out there. I know the IDA has it. I believe they've very close to having it sold.
Okay.
But that's a big part of our plans. I mean,
Sure
it sits
is, yeah,
there. I mean,
right.
whether people disagree with it or agree that the fact that it
Right.
was built, it is built, it is there, so we have to make it successful.
Right.
So we're
Yeah.
definitely hoping for the best with the arena. And
Okay.
the other gem we have is the Clemens Center.
Yes, absolutely.
So-
Absolutely. We sure do. So, what's a typical day like for a mayor?
Well, being a part-time mayor, it's hit and miss, and it's not necessarily 9 to 5. Some days I may not have to come to the office at all, but there's some weeks I may be here 5, 6 times a week.
Right.
Weekends sometimes call, like this weekend I have a couple events I need to go to. So it can be quite busy. It can be
Right.
quite demanding
Right.
for a part-time mayor's position. It's all what you want to put into it.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't have to go to these things, but I feel I was elected to this position, that I owe it to the people to represent the city and to market our city. So I
Right.
try to go to all these different events. Of course, I'm here at budget meetings. I'm here meeting with the city manager at least once a week.
Right.
And we go over a lot of different issues in the city and making sure we're on top of the budget and making sure we're taking care of and brainstorming problems. So
Okay. So how do you want to be remembered as mayor?
I want to be remembered as the mayor that came in, took the city, and was able to get it started in the right direction. I like to be able to say, you know, people 20 years from now, I remember Dan Mandell, he came in, the city was in rough shape, and look at us now. And he was a part of that. He's the one that helped get this started. That'd be my legacy. You know, it's the biggest thing. I made a contribution. I made
Absolutely.
a contribution to our city.
Well, we so appreciate you being here. I know I'm encouraged after this interview, just
thank you.
getting some ideas of what's going to happen, and I'm sure our viewers will be as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. As I tell everybody, stay positive and always talk positive about the city. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.